What's going on, everyone? Jerry here from The Quartering, and I really appreciate you. Appreciate the support I see on Twitter. Everyone tweeting at Elon and Twitter support about myself and Britney's and Yellow Flash's all unjustified bans and many others. And I want to say thank you. And I also want to bring up, I think that, the internet, it is forever. And we've all done things, perhaps in our lives at least, that we wouldn't, be proud of these days. Maybe it's something we've grown out of. Maybe it's something you genuinely regret. But I also, I don't love holding one particular thing over someone's head forever. It gets boring. It gets played out. And people do change. And that's the most baffling part of this whole mystery is all these old clips. Today I've got several new clips, including a suspicious GoFundMe to share with you that, I don't think anybody would have cared about, this old dancing videos. I don't really think anybody cares about that. A word care about it. I don't think it really, I don't think it invalidates the work that she's done or the things that she said. But her reaction to it and the deplatforming and the threatening of lawsuits, it's made people dig. And dig they have. And now we've got quite a treasure trove, a sweet treasure trove of data to share with you. By the way, speaking of sweet, Valentine's Day is coming up. It's already going into the 28th of January. Now is the time, and Coffee Brand Coffee has you set. We have our wonderful, glossy, high gloss finish gift boxes full of 2 bags of chocolate-covered espresso beans because, fellas, I know she's going to eat them all and you're not going to get any. So you get your own, okay? Some delicious hot cocoa maybe that night and some delicious coffee for the morning. Available in both ground and whole bean. It makes the perfect gift and it supports the channel directly. And if maybe you don't want to go with the gift box, we also have a dozen organic teas. We have several different flavors of cocoa, 4 different ones. We've got maybe 15 different coffees to choose from. Using promo code The Quartering on this website saves you money, and it supports me directly since it is my company. And so I appreciate everyone checking it out. Be a hero this Valentine's Day. Get your stuff done now ahead of time so you're set. Let's talk about this suspicious GoFundMe, and it's all about timeline. It's all about timeline, isn't it? Here's a GoFundMe where $1,625 was raised, and this is not a super old GoFundMe. This was in June 25th, 2020, right in the middle of lockdowns, right? Where $1,625 was raised to send Eliza Bleu on vacation. Hello, everyone. As an essential worker, I committed myself to 12-hour workdays, sometimes 7 days a week during this difficult season. I serve the survivors of trafficking. My standard caseload is 20 at a time. What does that even mean? Do you work for an actual foundation, or does that just mean retweeting things? I'm not saying, I'm just genuinely concerned. I'm interested in what your 12-hour workdays look like. Anyway, I digress. During this season, I took an extra 61 survivors via online advocacy. Okay, so tweets is what it looks like. So you tweeted about it? What does online advocacy mean? Tweeting about things? You need a vacation from that? I feel comfortable now stepping away for 5 days to heal and refresh. I have done this work for long enough to know that I can't burn the candle on both ends for too long and still continue to be effective. As a survivor myself, I have to know when it's time to step away for self-care. My self-care trip, vacation, will be private until I have returned due to safety reasons. I will be mindful of the current lockdowns I would never want to expose vulnerable populations to further harm. Included in my goal are my travel expenses and the amount of time missed from work. So you want people to pay for your vacation and the time money you would lose on your vacation. I'm sure that you can imagine I don't make much, but my heart is full. I thought you were hiring a high-priced lawyer to sue us all. If you can't donate, please keep me in your heart and mind. I appreciate it. And she raised $1,625 from this. Here's another GoFundMe she has. Send me on vacation to speak at an event and get more clout. $2,200 raised. I suspect there are even more. Want even more interesting pieces of information? By the way, a lot of people are asking me, you know, how can we follow you or how can we communicate while you're locked out of Twitter? I have both a Telegram and I have my locals page. If you follow me on my the coordinator.locals, you can see my updates there. I'm posting several a day now, and I would appreciate you follow me there. Or if you're a Telegram user, I'll post that too. But I'm keeping everybody updated. So then there's this video posted by Chrissy Mayer that said, well, this definitely doesn't help. And in this video, she essentially, in my opinion, admits it's that Survivor is like a rebrand, a marketing rebrand from being an ex-prostitute. That's, you know, that's what this woman she's talking to. She says, oh, I used to be an ex-prostitute. She's like, yeah, but we didn't have a name for that. So is she saying that she was an ex-pro? I don't know. She also admits in this video, in this interview, that she just interchangeably uses the term pimp or trafficker, depending on the audience. She also goes out of her way to talk about survival hookups and how, like, hooking up with a dude so they can buy you housing or serve your habits or medicine. Well, that's not trafficking, but she didn't want to talk about that, which is also curious. It's also curious. And how about, gosh, there's just so much dirt. It just keeps going. By the way, shout out to Jessica Reloaded. I feel like we've talked before, but she's starting this kind of movement that I think will actually be more effective on Twitter. The only thing, you know, tagging Elon Musk, saying, I've officially canceled my subscription to Twitter Blue. You clearly don't support freedom of speech. Therefore, my broke rear is keeping my hard-earned money. You don't need it. And she canceled her Twitter Blue and tagged Elon, along with the hashtag free quartering, hashtag Brittany Venti, hashtag free Yellow Flash. If everybody watching this video had like variants of this, and if you don't have Twitter Blue, you could let Elon know that you would never buy Twitter Blue. And if you do have it, you know, showing the receipts about canceling it, you know, I'm going to cancel mine. Even if I get reinstated, I'm not paying this company money anymore. There's just no point. None. I just don't trust them. They have to do a lot of work to get my trust. A lot. And so shout out for the solidarity there. And I think this is the language Elon understands, is people canceling their Twitter Blue. And how about, I saved almost the best for last, okay? Remember how Eliza Bleu claimed that she started this thing called whatever, Heritage House or Honor House or whatever. It was like a halfway house or a house for people who had been allegedly trafficked to get support. She tweeted Andrew Yang about it, all this kind of stuff, right? She said it was on a 500-acre farm. Here you have this picture. It's my great pleasure to announce this was mentioned one time in 2020 and never again. By the way, also, if you look, this was in March of 2020. And then 3 months later, she's doing a GoFundMe so people can send her on vacation. Now, this is somebody who started a humanity house. I mean, presumably you're buying a home, hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're buying, you know, towels, cooking supplies, medicine maybe. You're paying someone to actually be at that house, to supervise the house, right? If you run like a halfway house like this, essentially, it's not the same, but it's similar cost expense, I would imagine. You've got to buy beds, you've got to buy furniture, you got to buy all this stuff. hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars that allegedly went into this. And 3 months later, she's going on vacation and GoFundMeing the entire cost. Now, she claims that it's on like a 500-acre farm or something. I opened a safe house for Survivors Monday. I named it the Humanity House as a nod to you. You know, I don't know where this, I don't know where the you know, stuff went, but I could tell you her dad lives on a farm. Born and raised in Rock Island County, Rich Morthland, this is Eliza's father, a Republican candidate, a Republican individual or state representative. I feel like I'm going to ask Richard Morthland a little bit more about this Heritage House, I think, or Humanity House. I think he would know about it. He remains committed to his agricultural roots, remaining the owner and operator of his family's farm, where he and his wife Betsy maintain 400 acres of crop ground and 100 head of cow. Is this perhaps where Humanity House is allegedly located? I feel like Richard might want to answer some questions about that. I'm going to probably give him a call, see what he has to say. As a state representative, his daughter is saying that she started a nonprofit to help trafficking. I'd want to support that. So if it's on his farm, I'm going to call him and see if I can donate some money to that, see what he has to say. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. Make sure you follow me over on Locals. It's the only way I have to communicate with you right now, or Telegram. Both are good. And we'll talk to you again real soon.